So this slide here compares three BGA breakout approaches: via in-pad, Dogbone, and the Microvia. Dogbone routing works for larger pitches, typically 8/10 of a millimeter and above, but quickly becomes impractical as the pitch shrinks. Microvias support higher density and work down to about 4 to 5/10 of a millimeter, but they still introduce short stubs. Via in-pad delivers the highest escape density and supports the smallest BGA pitches because the via is placed directly in the pad. At high data rates, via in-pad offers the best signal integrity by eliminating via stubs and minimizing loop inductance. Although it requires filled and capped vias, via in-pad often reduces layer count and provides the most reliable solution for dense high-speed BGAs. If you decide to go with a via in-pad, avoid open or tented vias in-pad. Unfilled vias might lead to solder wicking, which often cause weak joints. To fit within those tight BGA, CSP, or QFN fan-out areas, keep your via diameter small, typically 7.87 mils or even less. Design your pads with at least a 1.6 mil solder mask clearance, but never leave mask openings directly over the vias themselves. You also want to ensure the non-component side is capped with a solder mask to prevent any contamination or leakage. For us to execute this correctly, your fab notes need to specify the type of filling, whether you need conductive or non-conductive epoxy, the plating thickness over the via, and the coefficient of thermal expansion, the CTE, of the filling material to ensure that it matches the board during heat cycles.